सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अनन्तरूपा अनन्तनामा आदिमूला नारायण अनन्तरूपा अनन्तनामा आदिमूला नारायण अनन्तशयना हे जगन्नाथ कमलनयना हे माधवा अनन्तशयना हे जगन्नाथ कमलनयना हे माधवा करुणासागर कालियनर्तन करुणासागर कालियनर्तन हे दया सिंधु कृष्णा हे दया सिंधु अनन्तरूपा अनन्तनामा आदिमूला नारायण विश्वरूपा विश्वाधारा विश्वेश्वर हे नारायण विश्वरूपा विश्वाधारा विश्वेश्वर हे नारायण भवभयहरण दीनोद्धरण भवभयहरण दीनोद्धरण हे कृपा सिंधु कृष्ण हे कृपा सिंधु अनंत रूपा अनंत नाम आदिमूला नारायण आदिमूला नारायण ॐ नमो नारायणाय 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 ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थितोऽभ्यसूयन्तः स्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Let us chant the first 9 verses together. ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः. अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः कर्मयोगः. अर्जुन उवाच ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव. व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य. श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ. ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनां न कर्मणामनारम्भात् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च सन्न्यसनादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति. न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्यकर्मकृत् कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते. यस्त्विन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यारभतेऽर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते. नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्म ज्यायो ह्यकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येद कर्मणः. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर. Yes. So chapter 3 begins with a question from Arjuna. And what is the question? Bhagavan, if you consider knowledge to be the supreme, because in the second chapter that's what you said, that self-knowledge is the very purpose of life. If you consider self-knowledge to be the supreme, why are you asking me to perform this terrible action of fighting this war? Because if you consider knowledge to be supreme, you must ask me to pursue knowledge. And I don't see any relationship between pursuing knowledge and fighting this terrible war. So therefore, Bhagavan, please make it clear to me. Do you want me to gain knowledge or do you want me to fight the war? So from here onwards, Bhagavan elaborately discusses why he wants him to fight this war. He wants him to perform his duties. So what does Bhagavan say? Bhagavan says, Arjuna, in this world, in the beginning of this world itself, I have given two paths. And what are the paths? The one path is the path for the beginner, and the other path is the path for the advanced seekers of spirituality. So for the beginners, I have given Karma Yoga. Karma Yogena Yoginam, Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. So for the beginners, I have given this path of Karma Yoga, and for the advanced seekers, I have given this path of Jnana Yoga. Now, what happens if a person bypasses the path of the beginner and directly go into the path of the advanced? So what will happen is, at the seat of meditation, this person will have lot of difficulties. Karmendriyani sanyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharasah uchyate. So such a person, though he may be seated at the seat of meditation, yes, we agree at the body level there is total control. Body is motionless, but at the mind level, he will have a lot of difficulty. So yesterday we were discussing all this. Either that person will go to sleep, or that person will struggle with his wandering mind. The mind will wander because the mind is filled with likes and dislikes. Mind is filled with all kinds of impurities. Such an impure mind will be an indisciplined mind, disobedient mind. So at the seat of meditation, this person will struggle with his mind. This is what will happen if you bypass this beginner's path and enter into the advanced path of meditation. Now this is a very good tip for us to know where we are. Where do we belong? Do we belong to the beginner category or the advanced category? So we can see for ourselves. In the meditation, at the seat of meditation, if I am to a great extent, if I am able to handle my mind beautifully well, if my mind is listening to me, if it is obedient, I am able to withdraw the mind from the world at will, and if I am able to focus the mind at will unto the Lord, unto the self, unto my chosen goal, if this is happening, then definitely yes, there will be a joy of meditation. There will be a fulfillment of meditation. These are all the signs that meditation is going in the right way. How do we know meditation is going in the right way or not? There is a tremendous sense of fulfillment because I am meditating upon the Ananda Surupa Bhagavan. The nature of the self is Satchit Ananda. So what should happen when the meditation is going in the right way? I must experience Ananda. I must experience a sense of fulfillment. That joy whichever is promised in the scriptures, I must be able to experience. If I am experiencing it, then accordingly to that much extent I can do meditation. So this is actually a test. For 20 minutes, if I am able to experience that bliss, then good, do it only for 20 minutes. But if my stamina is even more, 1 hour I can sit and still continue to experience that bliss, continue for 2 hours. But if you say, no, I can sit for 3 hours with the same bliss without getting bored. Afterwards what happens is you get tired, you get bored. So that is a test of your stamina. If the mind is really pure, you can sit for hours together. So therefore, this becomes a test for us to know where we are. But if the mind is truly impure, that person will be so restless. Even at the body level itself, to keep that body motionless, that person will struggle. So in such case, what has to be done? Bhagavan says, don't waste your time at the seat of meditation. Get up and enter into the path of Karma Yoga. Because in Karma Yoga, your mind can be purified. That provision is there in Karma Yoga. As I said yesterday, many people, they do this mistake of bypassing this Karma Yoga and entering directly into Dhyana Yoga. You see, this is one of the mistakes which we commit, especially people who are immature in the field of spirituality. They listen to all this Mandukya Upanishad and all. And what is the essence of Mandukya Upanishad? The whole world is an illusion. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. And now their mind is absolutely impure. This person is a highly worldly person. And now he says world is an illusion. Remember, it will do you more harm than good. Not everything what is mentioned in the scriptures is good for us. It all depends on where you are. If the mind is impure, then never say world is an illusion. You see, the child in the womb should remain in the womb for 9 months. If the child comes out of the womb, maybe say 4 months, 5 months, what will happen? This world doesn't have enough provision, or what you call, the world is not conducive for a premature baby, isn't it? So for the 9 months, what is good for the child? The womb alone is good. After 9 months, when the child comes out, yes, the world can support that baby. In the same way, there are certain teachings which are meant for the beginners, and there are certain teachings which are meant for the advanced people. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya is not for the beginners. If you escape from the world in the name of Jagan Mithya, you will end up in more trouble only. Or it's something like the fruit in the tree. What is the first step? The fruit should fall or it should remain with the tree? The fruit should remain with the tree, grow with the tree, because growth is possible only with the tree. It should remain with the tree, grow, ripen, and the final stage is falling from the tree. In the same way, renunciation of the world is only a final stage. First, learn how to live intelligently in the world. Facing the challenges of life, problems of life, become mature, grow yourself. So the first step in spirituality is not renunciation of the world. The first step in spirituality is learning to intelligently live in the world. And that is what is the whole of Karma Yoga is. Spirituality is not for the escapists. Spirituality is for people who want to intelligently live their life facing all the problems of life. Right, now we are going to discuss verse number 9, which is the essence of Karma Yoga. So now we are going to spend really lot of time upon this verse, because this verse is important. Yajñarthat karmanah anyatra ayam lokah karma bandhanah. Bhagavan says, if actions are performed without the spirit of yajna, this world will lead to bondage. Now the term used here is called karma bandhana. Bandhana means what? Bondage. It will bind you. So this karma action is a double-edged weapon. With action, if you perform these actions unintelligently, these actions will bind us. But if these actions are done intelligently, in the spirit of Karma Yoga, these actions can liberate us. So now, to understand the glory of Karma Yoga, first of all, we have to understand what is bondage. The importance of medicine is only understood when we suffer the pain of disease. So first of all, we have to understand what is this bandhana. Bandhana means bondage. So how will you define bondage? Bondage is defined as a state of helplessness. Bondage is that where I am not free. So that state of lack of freedom is called bondage. Do you agree with me? I want to do something, but I am not able to do that thing. I don't want to do certain things, but I'm helplessly doing that thing. This is called as bondage. This is called as slavery. This is helplessness. I am no more a master of myself. So this state of helplessness is what is called as bandhana. To understand bandhana, first let us talk about physical bandhana. Physical bondage. Suppose I am tied to a pole with a rope. So what do I experience then? I experience bondage, physical bondage. How do I experience physical bondage? I am no more able to move around. I want to walk here and there, but I am not able to do. So this we will call physical bondage. I am physically bound. Now here we are not talking of physical bondage. What kind of bondage are we talking of? We are talking of a subtler bondage called psychological bondage. The bondage at the mind level. Physically we all appear to be free, but psychologically we have to analyze whether we are truly free or not. So when it is said karma bandhana, what does it mean? Bandhana at the psychological level due to karma. So bandhana is at the manasika level, at the mind level. And it is created due to karma. That is the meaning. How can our action bind us psychologically? Naturally this question will come. So therefore a detailed analysis is necessary. So the first question is, why do we perform action in life? Why do we perform action? We perform so many actions in the family, in the professional field. We perform all these actions. Why do we do it? So if we analyze, we find that we perform all actions for happiness. Yes or no? Yes, we perform all actions for happiness. How can actions give us happiness? So, if we analyze, we find that we perform action to fulfill our desires, and fulfillment of desires leads to happiness. Yes or no? Let us analyze each and every experience of ours. When I perform action to fulfill my desires, and whenever desires are fulfilled, I am happy. All actions are directed towards happiness through fulfillment of desires. Yes or no? Yes. From the baby stage itself, that child performs the action of loud crying. Why does the child cry? There is a desire, there is hunger, there is thirst. So out of that loud cry comes mother. Mother feeds the child and the child is happy. From that time onwards, our philosophy is the same. What is it? Work hard, fulfill the desires, be happy. In my student life also, in my school, college, what do? Study hard, get good marks, get good rank, and then when I see good marks, I am happy. Yes? The same thing follows throughout. I study hard, I get admission in a good college, I am happy. I study hard, work hard, get a good job, I am happy. So throughout my life, if I see, I find that this equation holds good. I work hard, I fulfill my desires. In order to fulfill my desire, I have to work hard. If I don't work hard, I will not be able to fulfill my desire. I am able to chase my dream, and finally when that dream comes true, I am happy. So this we can call it the equation of happiness of life. Work hard, fulfill the desire, be happy. Now, do you find any flaw in this equation? This equation appears to be flawless. Because every one of us, we are all doing it. Superficially, when we analyze this equation, there appears to be no flaw at all. Yes or no? Yes. But now, there is a big flaw. In fact, let us analyze what happens when we live our life based on this equation. Defect number one: every action is finite. Therefore, whatever results you can get from those action also will be finite. So, the joy born out of that result also will be finite. Now, since action is finite, result also is finite. So, if the result is finite, what does it mean? That result is going to be perishable. Will you be happy with a perishable result? You get that thing for some time, and after some time that thing is going to vanish. So when that thing goes away, what happens to you? You are happy or miserable? Miserable. You see, everything in this world is perishable. Everything attained through karma as karma phala is perishable. This is the first defect. And now there comes a sorrow. Now see the helplessness when that sorrow comes. When that thing perishes, there is a sorrow. See the helplessness there. Remember, we are discussing bondage. I don't want to be miserable, but I am helplessly miserable. Are you able to see the bandhana there? I am getting attached to something which is perishable, and when that thing, being, or situation slips from me, I am miserable, I am helplessly miserable. This is one aspect of bondage. I hope you are able to understand. You can fill it with so many examples, but I am not going to spend much time on examples. Theory has to be understood. Defect number two: everything in this world is uncertain. There is no guarantee that you have put forth effort, therefore you will get it. There is no guarantee. Yes or no? You are putting forth effort, but there is no guarantee that you will get it. The world is uncertain. What happens when your result is uncertain? What emotions do you go through? Worry, tension, anxiety, stress, yes or no? I don't know whether I will get it or not. I don't know whether I will pass or not. All these negative emotions you go through. When you are going through these negative emotions, what do you experience? Bondage. I don't want to go through these negative emotions, but I helplessly go through these negative emotions. Are you seeing that aspect of bondage here? What is bondage? Helplessness, lack of freedom. I don't want stress, but I am helplessly stressed out. I don't want tension, but I am helplessly tensed. You see the helplessness there. I want peace, but I am helplessly miserable. So first you have to understand what this bandhana is. Then only the glory of karma yoga will come. First understand how much we are suffering. Medicine comes later. Solution comes later. The first step is be painfully aware of how much you are suffering now. Many times we are not even aware that we are suffering. We think it is okay, it is normal. It is not normal. You are sick. The first step is know that we are suffering from a serious disease. And how does that disease express itself? It expresses as tension, worry, stress, anxiety, boredom, loneliness, whatever you may say. Everybody in this world is miserable. And that is why whenever they get some long weekends, what do? You escape from yourself, from your world, from your family, from your profession. Why are you escaping? You think you are escaping from misery. But remember, your mind is always with you. Distraction is not the solution for bondage. You distract the mind with something attractive, something very nice, but again you come back and the same mind is with you. Distraction is nothing but escapism. For some time you escape from the problem, but remember the problem still is there staring at you. So you need a permanent solution, not a temporary solution. And that is Karma Yoga. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So what is the first defect? Anything born out of limited action, result is limited, therefore it is perishable. That perishable thing can go give us only misery. Number two, everything in this world is uncertain. When things are uncertain, and we are attached to so many things, beings and situations in life, and everything is uncertain, such a mind will go through tension, worry, anxiety. Number three, you see the cycle here. First I perform action, karma, then I get result, karma phala. What is the next step? Sukha dukkha. Depending upon what I have got, if I get whatever I wanted, sukha. If I don't get what I wanted, then dukkha. Then what happens? There is something which gives me sukha, there is something which gives me dukkha. I hope these terms are understood. Sukha means joy, dukkha means... In America I have to translate everything. Sukha means joy, dukkha means sorrow. So karma, action, leads to karma phala, result of action. That result of action can either give me joy or sorrow, sukha or dukkha. Then what? Whatever is giving me sukha, I have raga, attachment to it. See the cycle. Karma, karma phala, sukha dukkha. Next step is raga dvesha. That which is giving me joy, I become attached to it. That which gives me sorrow, I start hating it. I have aversion to it. Attachment, aversion. After that what? Raga dvesha prerita karma. Again you are coming back. Whatever I am attached to, I put forth effort to see that such things, beings and situations are near me. So therefore I put forth effort to possess it, get more and more of it, to acquire it. And whatever is giving me dukkha, what is my action? To run away from it, to avoid it. So now see the cycle. Karma, karma phala, next one. Sukha dukkha, next one. Raga dvesha, next one. Raga dvesha prerita karma. Karma prompted by my raga dvesha, attachment and aversion. Now, in this cycle, if you go on and on in this cycle, what starts happening? Raga dvesha starts becoming very, very strong. Intense likes, intense dislikes. This is what we call as vasanas. Intense like, intense likes. To give a very small example, very famous example also, the coffee example. First time you drink coffee, you liked it. Then you said, every day I must drink, it is nice. I am becoming fresh. So 5 p.m. coffee, second day also coffee, third day also coffee. And you go on doing lot of improvement, adding this, adding that. And after 1 month, let us say, why 1 month, even 1 week itself is enough. What happens? Exactly at that 5 p.m. time, your system paralyzes. And the mind says, without coffee, the engine will not work. Isn't it? Some people find it very difficult to get up from the bed till they get that. Now, how did it happen? That addiction towards that coffee, how did it happen? Did it happen all of a sudden? No. You find that this sequence is there. Karma is there. First time you drank, there was no, because you did not know what it was. So karma. As a result of karma phala, what did you get? Sukha. That sukha led to raga, attachment. Whatever you like, you slowly start getting attached to that thing. This is how the mind functions. Whatever is giving it happiness, it starts getting attached to it. And then what happens after ragadvesha? Ragadvesha prerita karma. What is that? Next day again you drank. You see? And over a period of time, what happens? You are totally addicted to coffee. Now what is addiction? Mastery or slavery? Slavery. Slavery means what? Without that, I cannot be happy. In my life, this has to be there. This person has to be there. This entity has to be there. This situation has to be there. So, through my action, what am I quoting? Mastery or slavery? I am unknowingly, unconsciously becoming a slave of that thing. Nowadays, varieties of slaveries, addictions are there. Internet is one addiction now. Internet, mobile phone, so many things, video games, they're all different kinds of addiction. How did this addiction come into existence? Through our unintelligent interaction with things, beings and situations. You see? Are you able to see the bandhana there? The whole discussion is to understand what is this bandhana. Bandhana means bondage. Bondage means slavery. Bondage means helplessness. Without this, I don't know how to live. Without this person, I can't survive. This person is my life. All these are nothing but bondage only. Spirituality makes you a master of your life. Karma Yoga is meant for that. So therefore, see how our own karma is binding us unconsciously. So at the seat of meditation, if my mind is wandering here and there, who is responsible for it? My own unintelligent actions of the past. Don't say that it just happened. Nothing happens in this world just like that. There are no accidents in this world. Yes, unintelligent action, yes. So if unintelligent action has led to bondage, how can I liberate myself? Just go the opposite. Intelligent action. So that intelligent action is what is called as Karma Yoga. Fine. So anyway, we are listing down the defects of this equation. By the way, what was that equation? Equation of happiness. Work hard.
Fulfill the desire, be happy. We are discussing the defects of that equation. So defect number 1, every result is finite, result is perishable. Number 2, results are uncertain and therefore mind will go through all kinds of negative emotion. Number 3, addiction. Yes, that vicious cycle. It is called as vicious cycle through which the raga dvesha in me, the likes and dislikes in me becomes very intense, because of which I suffer in my life, being bound to so many things, beings and situations. That is number 3. Number 4, that is a little more technical. What is number 4? You see, when you fulfill one desire, the mind comes up with 5 desires. When you fulfill these 5 desires, again the mind starts entertaining another 10 desires. This is how the mind is. You can never fulfill all the desires of the mind. It is not possible. The mind is not grateful that this desire is fulfilled. It demands more and more. That is the nature of the mind. So therefore, at the time of death, what will happen? Will he die with all desires fulfilled or many desires unfulfilled? At the time of death, he will have so many desires. First desire was, oh Lord, I have studied, let me get a job. Job is done. Bhagwan, I want to marry. Give me the right person. Marriage is over. Are you happy there? No. Bhagwan, give me a child. Child. Are you happy there? No. Bhagwan, ensure that this child listens to me. Are you happy there? No. When will my child get married? And after that, grandchild. Same pattern running. The point is, we go on entertaining desires, and that is how the mind is. So at the time of death, when I am dying with certain desires unfulfilled, what happens? I come back again to this world, taking up a physical body in order to fulfill those unfulfilled desires. Can you see a bondage here? What is this bondage? I am bound to take birth. I have to come back to this miserable world in this miserable body. And what am I going through after attaining birth? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkham I am going through. Once you take birth in this world, birth is
Painful, death is painful, old age is painful, disease is painful. So what did I choose by choosing rebirth? I have chosen pain. And what is the final reality of life? Death. Separation from my near and dear ones. But why was I born? I chose to be born. How did I choose to be born? By choosing desires. You see, now this is called as bondage. I am bound to the cycles of birth and death. So how many defects have we discussed? 4 defects. All because of this equation. You see, that equation appeared to be so harmless, innocent. Work hard, fulfill the desire, and be happy. You will be miserable. This equation is not the equation of happiness, it is the equation of permanent misery. Now the question is, I don't find any defect in this equation. Where did I go wrong? So the answer is, there's a big mistake which we are doing. And that mistake is, we have forgotten God. This is the mistake. Swamiji, why do you unnecessarily bring God into picture? So therefore, now let us start from the scratch. So have you understood karma bandhana now? Remember, we have discussed only one term in this sloka. Now we have to discuss the term called yajna. So now let us start from the scratch. To survive in this world, to live in this world, how many factors are necessary? So if we observe our life, there are infinite factors in the outer world. There are infinite factors in the inner world. So what are the factors necessary in the outer world? Food is necessary. Just to exist on this planet, okay? Just to be alive on this planet. Food is necessary. Clothing is necessary. What else? Shelter is necessary. Air is necessary. Water is necessary. How many factors can you count? Right humidity is necessary. Humidifier is necessary, isn't it, in Chicago? HVAC is necessary. Anyway, right distance between sun and earth, correct? That right speed of rotation, revolution, right gravity, right mixture of gases. How many factors? If you start paying attention, you find that there are infinite number of factors. All of them have to be intelligently, they have to come together. Only then life is possible. Yes or no? External world only we have discussed now. Now come to the internal world. How many factors? Kidney has to function. Liver has to function. I don't know what all things are there inside. Pancreas have to function. Intestines have to function. In fact, every cell has to function. Only then we can say we are healthy and we are alive. Infinite factors outside, infinite factors inside. Now, how many factors are in our control? How many factors? Not even one. Isn't it? Just imagine, infinite factors have to come together. Only then life is possible upon these planets. Can this be an accident? No. Accidentally everything will not function well. No way. You know, Isaac Newton had a friend. Isaac Newton, famous scientist. He had a friend who was a non-believer in God. So one day Isaac Newton made a mechanism, a model where you just rotate one key and all those 9 planets will revolve around the sun. Just give a key and it will start revolving. He made that model. Then he kept it on the table. Then he was busy with his experiments. At that time this scientist came. He saw this model. He was thrilled beyond limit. He said, "Who made this?" Newton said, "Nobody made it. It just sprang up." He said, "It is impossible. How is it possible? Hey, don't make fun. Are you pulling my leg?" All those things. Newton said, "If this cannot happen as an accident, how do you assume that the whole cosmos is functioning so beautifully well accidentally?" Later on, that scientist became a great devotee of God. It's a different story. What I'm trying to say is this. When so many factors are coming together and intelligently functioning harmoniously, isn't it just common sense to say that there is a higher intelligence at work? There is a higher power at work. This higher power we call God. Whatever name you call it doesn't matter. So there is a higher power. Right? Now, I am alive not because of me. In fact, I have to say, my life is a gift from Him. I myself don't know how I am alive. But I am kept alive by a higher power. You just observe your own life. That is why I said start from the scratch. The first step in life is not to understand Big Bang theory and all that. Let's keep it aside. First, just think of this basic question: how am I alive? And wonder at yourself how you are breathing. There is a power which is keeping me alive. Even my abilities and talents, etc., how it is, what it is, I don't know. How am I seeing? I don't know. You may give some scientific explanation, but any explanation is going to be a childish explanation. How the eyes are seeing, I don't know. How the ears are functioning, I don't know. How the digestion is happening, I don't know. I don't know anything. This is a reality. This is a truth. So when you analyze life, you come to these 4 conclusions. What are the 4 conclusions? Number 1, I am nothing. Number 2, I know nothing. Number 3, I have nothing. Number 4, I can do nothing. Any objection, anyone? 4 Mahavakyas of life. Not Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. Keep it aside, fool. First step, I am a nobody. And to know I am a nobody, you don't need to study big scriptures and Shankara Bhashya and all that. Not necessary. Just pay attention to the realities of life and it will be very clear to us. This is the starting point of spirituality. Start from here. And then, when you start paying attention to this reality, automatically you will become humble. A very important virtue to be cultivated if you are planning to progress spiritually. Be humble. Bhagavan, I am a nobody in life. I am nothing. I know nothing. I can do nothing. And second thing is, be grateful. Bhagavan, I don't know how I am alive, but you have kept me alive. I am grateful to you. You have given me a chance to exist, an opportunity to exist and evolve. Bhagavan, I am thankful. Bhagavan, I am nothing, but by your grace, I am something in this world. Bhagavan, I know nothing, but by your grace, I know something. I can do something. I have something. So these are the two great virtues to be cultivated in life. What are the two? Humility and gratitude. Start from here. Very many people are stuck up in spirituality because they start from Aham Brahmasmi. You will remain a Vimudhatma throughout your life. Mithyachara sauchyate. Start from here. Bhagavan, I am a nobody. Whatever I have, it is because of you. Left to myself, I am nothing. Remember, it is not a pessimistic attitude, it is a realistic attitude. You have to be very careful. This is not inferiority complex. This is called humility. What is the difference between humility and inferiority complex? They both appear to be very same. Both of them, their body language tells the same thing. But there's a huge difference. A humble person says, I am a nobody and everybody is a nobody. There is nobody here who is a somebody. That is humility. What is inferiority complex? I am a nobody, but he is a somebody. She is a somebody. Today I am a nobody, tomorrow I should become a somebody. Unless I become a somebody, I will be miserable. This is called as inferiority complex. It is a vice. It is not a virtue. Whereas humility, it is based on reality, on truth. And the truth is here, everybody is a nobody. Whatever abilities we have, it is all because of His grace. Whatever talents, abilities you see in the society, every talent and ability belongs to whom? To the Lord. That is why Bhagavan's another name is Hiranyagarbha. That from whom all the talents, abilities, treasures come out. So humility is a virtue because it is associated with reality. When you are holding on to reality, that virtue which comes out is called humility. It is not inferiority complex. Inferiority complex is the other side of ego only. Ego has two sides, superiority complex and inferiority complex. An egoistic person alone feels inferior. An egoistic person alone feels superior. So the whole world is designed to puncture our ego. Okay. If you are truly analyzing life with an open mind, the world is designed to make us humble because everything is so clear. You don't need Einstein's IQ to understand that I am a nobody. It is very simple fact, very clear. That is how the world is designed. Bhagavan has designed the world in such a way that we can drop our ego easily. But we are very capable people. So look at our capacity to grow such a big ego in a world where ego is impossible to grow. So, coming back to this, the two virtues to be cultivated, what are the two? Humility and gratitude. Start from here. Bhagavan, you have given me life. You have given me this ability. You have given me this opportunity. Now, naturally, when you have so much of gratitude towards someone, a thought comes, Bhagavan, what can I do for you? Yes or no? If you are truly grateful, you will have this feeling. Bhagavan, you have given me so much. Is there something which you expect from me? Now tell me, is there something which Bhagavan expects from us after having given life, talents, abilities, etc.? Is there something which he expects from us? The answer is yes. Just like as a parent, do you expect something from your children? There is expectation. What is that? My child should be a good child. My child should be an obedient child. My child should never walk the wrong path. Always he should walk the right path. This expectation is natural in any parent. So there is this Lord who has created us and sent into this creation. So will there be an expectation from him as a father, as a mother, as a creator? Yes. And what is that expectation? That expectation is, my children should walk the path of righteousness, dharma. The one thing which Bhagavan loves is dharma. How do we know? Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. For the sake of dharma, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tada atmanam srijamyam. So whenever there is a decline of dharma, I immediately manifest myself to set everything right. So the one thing which he loves is dharma. So therefore, what will he expect from his children? To lead a dharmic life, righteous life. So this is the expectation. So as children of that Lord, how should we live our life? We should live our life trying to please our Creator. Trying to please our Creator. This effort in trying to please our Creator is what is called as yajna. Yajna means sacrifice. I sacrifice my likes and dislikes in order to please my Creator. So whenever I do something, my question will be, Bhagavan, if I do this, will you be happy with me? Will you be pleased with me? Not whether I will be pleased or not. No. Then that is selfishness. So there is a sacrifice there. You see, there may be something which I like, but if Bhagavan doesn't like it, I will not do. Are you seeing the yajna bhava there? Sacrifice. I am sacrificing my like and dislikes in order to please the Lord. If there is something which I may like but Bhagavan doesn't like it, I will not do it. So there is something which I don't like but Bhagavan loves it, then I will do it. This is called sacrifice. Yajna. Bhagavan, I live to please you, to make you happy. And you will always find that whatever is good for the samashti pleases the Lord. There is something which is good only for me versus there is something which is good for the samashti totality. What will please the Lord? That which is good for the samashti will please the Lord because he is dharma swarupa. So if I have to please my Lord, which one should I do? Selfish action or selfless action? Selfless action. Now a question may come, how do I know whether God is pleased with me or not? Remember, Bhagavan is in touch with everyone. He is guiding every one of us every moment. How does he guide? He guides us through different states of mind. Whenever I do something wrong, I do something selfish, I do something immoral, not good, you will always find that whenever our actions are selfish and immoral, mind get disturbed. Yes or no? Even the thought itself disturbs. Forget about speaking and doing. That's a different, it's very, very gross. The moment a negative thought, a selfish thought, an immoral thought, an impure thought comes, that very same moment mind is disturbed. You see, that pain which we feel in our heart because of our careless thoughts, words, and deeds, that disturbance of mind, that conscience prick, that guilt feeling, that agitation, it is a voice from our Creator. That voice is saying, my dear child, correct yourself. This is not the way I want you to live. Every disturbance of the mind is an indication from the Lord. It's a loving guidance from our Creator. So a person who is truly tuned to Lord, what will he do? The moment the mind is disturbed, he knows that my Creator is speaking to me. My Creator is warning me. Somewhere I am going wrong. Let me correct myself. Then that person is a good child of the Lord. You see, he is going to do something, but mind is getting disturbed. He will refrain from doing that because he has now received a signal that that which he is going to say or that which he is going to do is not good. Lord is not pleased. He stops doing it. That is called as yajna, sacrifice. Bhagavan, I am living for you. You have created me. You have given me everything. My job is to please you. This lifestyle is what is called as lifestyle of Karma Yoga. So it's very interesting. Karma Yoga, only karma is mentioned, but it is nothing but bhakti. It is nothing but devotion. So in that term yajna, there is humility, there is gratitude, there is surrender, there is devotion, there is discipline, there is obedience. All these terms put together in one word is yajna. Are you able to understand what I am saying? You will always find whenever you are walking the path of dharma, your mind is cheerful. Whenever you take the path of adharma, your mind is disturbed. Disturbance can be due to various reasons, and therefore Bhagavan has color code also for disturbance. Color code. What are the color code? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsilya. They are all different kinds of agitations. And you know whether you are disturbed because of jealousy or hatred. Yes or no? Because that disturbance has got different flavors. All disturbance are not uniform. No. The disturbance due to jealousy is very different from disturbance due to, say, revenge or anger or greed or whatever. Every disturbance has a color code, a flavor, a unique flavor, so that we can understand where am I going wrong. So therefore, who is a karma yogi? Karma yogi is a person who is living to please his Creator. Now tell me, when your children are obedient like this, don't you think that you will have an extra love for that child? Suppose you have two children, two boys. One fellow notorious, never listens to you, does exactly the opposite, hides so many things from you. One fellow. Another fellow, whatever you say, he just obeys. Whom will you love more? See, there is a general love. Both of them are my children, therefore I love both of them. There is a general love. But there is always a special love for that child who is obedient. Yes or no? Yes or no? See, trying to connect with God, the laws are same everywhere. That is why we are made to go through this family drama. You become a child, you receive love from your parents. Later on, you become parents and you start giving love. Why is this family drama enacted? Because the law with our Creator is also same. Exactly, if you have understood this law, it's very easy to understand the law with our Creator. It is the same. So just like I expect my children to obey me, especially when the child is very small, for the child also, I am nothing, I know nothing, everything is applicable. So let that small baby, what do you expect? Let that baby surrender unto me, because I know what is needed for that child. When that baby completely surrenders unto me, I am able to look after the welfare and well-being of the baby. Isn't it? Very easy to handle small children who are very obedient. Very easy. So just like I expect my child to listen to me, to obey me, in the same way, I am also a child of my Creator. Let me surrender myself unto that Creator. Allow that Creator to mold me. This lifestyle is called as lifestyle of Karma Yoga. And this attitude of surrender is what is called as yajna. So whenever I do something in life, the first question is, Bhagavan, will you be happy if I do this? If you're happy, I will do it. If you're unhappy, though I may like it, I'm addicted to it, I love this, but I know that you don't like it, I will not do. Remember, there is a struggle here. Many times there are things which I love, but he doesn't like. There are things which I don't like, but he likes only that. Now what will you do? As a karma yogi, as a devotee of Lord, as a spiritual seeker, what you should do? Whatever pleases God, I will do it. Now remember, there is a lot of struggle there. Struggle because what I love to do, I cannot do. What I don't want to do, I have to do. There's a struggle. This we call it as the struggle of the mind and the intellect. Mind takes decision based on likes and dislikes. Intellect takes decision based on right and wrong. Intellect says this is right, we should do it. This is wrong, we should not do it. That's what the intellect says, buddhi. What does the mind say? I like this, let us do this. I don't like it, let us not do it. That is mind. So this struggle within is called the struggle between the mind and whom should we listen, mind or intellect? Intellect. Intellect is actually the voice of God. Now there is a struggle within. It is in this struggle that we become spiritually strong. No, see, in this world, law is very clear. No pain. So wherever there has to be a gain, there has to be a pain. This pain is what we have to go through to evolve spiritually. Whatever I have understood to be right, let me just do it. There will be a struggle, doesn't matter. Let me uncompromisingly do what is right. And let me uncompromisingly refrain from what is wrong. Now you may ask a question, Swamiji, but sometimes we are not very clear whether what is right and what is wrong. Doesn't matter. See, what you have to do is, in such situations, when you are not very clear, get up early in the morning, and when the mind is fresh, and when the mind is sattvic. Remember, never take decision when the mind is disturbed, because that mind will cheat you. Rajasic mind will cheat you, tamasic mind will cheat you. It is only the sattvic mind which will guide you properly. Sattvic mind means a peaceful mind. Rajasic mind means a disturbed mind. Tamasic mind means a dull mind. Never take decision when the mind is dull or disturbed. Always take decisions when the mind is peaceful. So when is that mind most peaceful in a day? Early morning. Get up early morning, take a bath, sit for your prayers, meditation, etc. Sit for some time. When the mind is comparatively peaceful, bring that issue which is bothering you. At that time, you are very close to your Creator. You are connected to the Creator, because when the mind is peaceful, you experience that connect. At that time, whatever that peaceful mind says, do it. That is the guidance from the divine for you. That is the instruction, that is the commandment. But that very same mind after lunch will tell you to do something else. Don't listen. Wait for the next day if you are still confused. This is how decisions have to be taken. So in this way, cautiously, consciously, intelligently, when you take every step, you will find that struggle is there, but in the process of that struggle, the mind becomes pure. So just like the metal, they need a furnace to purify itself, like gold, etc. You purify it by passing it through hot furnace. In the same way, this struggle is necessary for attaining that pure mind. And as that mind becomes more and more pure, you start feeling that connectivity with the divine much more intensely. You start feeling that relationship. You see? Experiencing that Lord, for that there is a tapas involved. And what is a tapas? Strictly doing what is right, strictly refraining from what is wrong. This is the tapas. And when you go through that tapas, mind becomes pure in that struggle. And as the mind becomes purer and purer, just as I said, that sunlight, how clearly it is seen in a mirror, but it is not seen on a piece of stone. Sunlight is the same. On a piece of stone, you don't see that sun. On a piece of mirror, you see it. What is the difference? Polished surface. In the same way, in a pure mind, you start experiencing His presence. And more you start experiencing His presence, there is more and more clarity in life. You know what to do and what not to do. That intellect becomes bright, brilliant torch. Earlier it was a dim torch, only little things you could see. But with that struggle, that intellect becomes so bright that long distance also you are able to clearly make decision. Yes, this is black, this is white. This is what I have to do, this is what I am not supposed to do. Clarity comes. Pure mind gives clarity. So this is the way of Karma Yoga. Now, in this Karma Yoga, so there are 4 terms mentioned here. So we can beautifully make these 4 principles of Karma Yoga. What are the 4 principles? Number 1, if you see verse number 8, there is a term called Niyatam Kuru Karma Tvam. Tvam Niyatam Karma Kuru. You do your ordained duty. So this is point number 1 in Karma Yoga. Meaning, do your duties. Put in simple Sanskrit word, Kartavya Nirvahanam. This is the first step, first principle. Second one, you see the verse number 9, last term, Samachara. Samachara means Samyak Achara. Do it as best as you can. Samachara. You don't have to compete with others. In Karma Yoga, you need not be number 1. Are you doing your best? That's all what is important. So there is no competition involved. There is no comparison involved. First one, what is the first one? Do your duties, Kartavya Nirvahanam. Second one, Samyak Acharanam. Do it as best as you can. This is the second one. Third one, Tad Artham Karma Kaunteya. Tadartham. Tadartham means what? Yajnartham. Verse number 9. Tadartham Karma Kaunteya. Tadartham means Yajnartham. So we will put it as Ishvara Arpana Buddhihi. This is the third one. Performing it as a worship of the Lord. So first one, do your duties. Second one, do it as best as you can. Third one, do it as a worship of the Lord. And the fourth one, Mukta Sangaha. When the results come, don't get attached to the results. So the fourth one is Ishvara Prasada Buddhihi. Ishvara Prasada Buddhi. Receive that result as a prasadam from the Lord. So the first one, Kartavya Nirvahanam, doing your duties. Second one, Samyak Acharanam, doing it as best as you can. Third one, Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, doing it as a worship of the Lord. Fourth one, after having done, results will come. What should be the attitude? Ishvara Prasada Buddhi, receive it as a prasad from the Lord. Without complaining, without grumbling, cheerful acceptance of whatever comes to your life. So these are the four principles of Karma Yoga. What is the first one? Doing your duty. Second one, doing it as best as you can. Third one, doing it as a worship unto the Lord. Fourth one, receiving it as prasad from the Lord. So these are the four important principles of Karma Yoga. So when we say doing it as a worship of the Lord, what does that worship mean? Whatever He likes, let me do it. That is worship. Worship is not ringing the bell and doing arati. Fine, that is also worship. But this worship is a greater worship. Whatever I am convinced of as right, I will just do it because that's what Bhagavan wants me to do. Now we will see how this attitude frees us from all kinds of bondage. The four types of bondage which we discussed. How this attitude makes you liberated from all those bondages. That we will see tomorrow. See, even now we have not finished this verse. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om